Yeah, I had other topics, but I don't really care about them. So, you got anything else?
No, say them. What are they?
Cardi B sparks a BBL versus
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna
Teeth
bring that up
debate.
earlier. Actually, because we were talking about women liking attention. I was actually gonna bring that up. I forgot. It was a good thing you brought it back up. Sorry, this is my lip gloss. Makeup, son. But yeah, with that conversation, she said women should get their BBL done first. Like somebody said, teeth before BBL. Like basically, the girl was saying, get your teeth fixed. Like that should be your priority. Fix your teeth, fix your smile before you get a BBL. And then Cardi B, unprovoked, came into the conversation because nobody mentioned her. Came into the conversation saying, no, BBL before teeth. Because she was saying that when you have a BBL, you could trick on somebody. You could trick on a man, obviously. And then you get your teeth done after the fact, after you make money off him. Which I see what she means, but that's not like, it's kind of a wild mindset. And she probably only said that because she probably felt like people were talking about her because she got her teeth done like after she got her butt done. She got her butt shots before her BBL. And I just think she speaks to a certain demographic of girls that literally will do anything to get it back from a man. That's just a sad existence. Like you really gonna do cosmetic surgery to trick on a man?
They
like,
never get that bag though.
They don't.
Let's talk about that though. They never get the bag.
They don't.
They might literally get a bag. They might get a handbag or something like that. They might get something
temporarily, and they might get be his side chick for a little bit. But like you said, they're not getting.
They never really get like who have we seen that's come up off of really come up off of something like that?
Nobody I know. Could you even if you think of like I always bring up Selena Powell because she's like that person. Even if you take her for example, it like leveled out. You get your little clout, and then nobody cares about you no more. No one likes you. You kind of just dwindle out into the abyss,
If they get
like all these girls, like that's why like
if they get you with a baby, then yeah, we've seen people.
If they get
come
a baby,
up.
yeah, but
even
like,
then, it's still not.
That was like a thing. Like I saw like I actually saw a post recently. They were telling. I think about Adam 22, like his podcast. He was saying like, it might have been wasn't the one we were watching. Yeah, it was one we was watching with the two girls from Joe Biden saying how they're saying how that dies out. Like it's not sustainable. That whole depending on a man thing and tricking on a man thing. It's not a long term thing. Like you might get a little money here and there, but then what are you gonna do in 10, 20 years? What's your legacy? What did you do? What did you establish? You didn't establish nothing. Cause that's not a long term thing. It's only really you only can do when you're young. Like even these OnlyFans girls, what's the next stage? Because you only really can get that off when you're young, when you're in your 20s, maybe 30s.
And they buying some big houses too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So it's like I hope you have retirement money saved. Hope you're investing that. Cause what's the next step? So like yeah, I agree. I haven't really seen a girl that come up. I guess you could say Cardi B kind of came up. Like she was a stripper and then she ended up on that Love and Hip Hop show, and that's kind of how she got her claim to fame. But other than that, it's like
no. But I'm talking about specifically off of a man.
Yeah.
Who, and I'm not saying that there isn't. I'm just saying who can we think of that took that and flipped it into something else?
Yeah, I can't think of any.
Even if they, because I said unless they stick you with a baby, but even when they do have a baby, all they end up doing is just being a Fashion Nova advertiser.
Yeah.
So like,
you think about people like
what
Jada. You think about Jada. You think about Ari. Like, okay, so what more do you have to you than you're just? I mean, but you know what? They made a bag.
Yeah, theirs is different.
They made a bag off it. But I'm saying, but what do you have more than just being like a rapper baby mama who does club hostings? Because they make most of their money from club hostings and like, they have their brands and stuff. But it's like, what are you outside of that? At the end of the day, you're still like founded in the fact that you came up off of. But like I see, okay.
No, I'm not talking about.
Ari was able to leave her G Herbo and go to her and level up. So yeah, she did.
I'm talking about specifically like these IG girls we were just talking about with Kanye.
Yeah.
What's
next?
Like what? There's no come up, right? So it's just like I don't honestly, I always gotta preface our conversations. I don't care, but.
Yeah, that's what like I mean. I think that's what the girls were saying on Adam 22 podcast is that. If you're gonna do that, then you have to have a plan about what's next. Like if you're gonna do the tricking, then use that money that you're getting to grow your career. Use that money in some other way. But the crazy part is that doesn't always work. Like I seen it. I seen girls fail at it. Like I seen girls be super toxic and they try to get their singing career off after that. It's like no, like no one's gonna take you seriously now. You made your whole brand you being a thought. Like no one's gonna want to listen to your music. You know.
Even if it's good, they'll be dismissive just off of that
Like
fact.
even like I always bring up Ruby because like she kind of made her brand being like Cardi's girl, being like showing like being around all these guys. You made yourself like you kind of made your brand being a pass around, and that's how you like you didn't control your image enough of your personal brand.
I want to
Now
do
that
a
you're
song with
making
Ruby
music,
Rose, so I do not condone the statements that are being made
no,
currently.
I'm just saying like I like her music. I'm just saying that it's just sad because her personal brand kind of messed her up. Cause no one's gonna take her seriously. Like, oh, she like I seen people post her sometimes, like the shade room, whatever. They'll be like, she makes music. Like, that's sad. Like people don't even know because that's just how they see her. So that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes that doesn't always work. Like making your brand that. Because sometimes like with her personally, she said it like she kind of did that to just get clout. Like
But she keeps doing it.
yeah, she keeps doing it.
I went her
but
IG.
she tries to keep because she tries to stay relevant.
I went her IG the other day, and I was like, "Wow, I didn't know she was giving it up like this."
Because she's like trying to kind of like stay relevant. You know what I mean? And it's like I get it, but at the same time, it's not helping your brand. Like you should just hunker down and focus on your music. Like I don't even know what she really even dropped last year. Like what are you doing? Like only thing you've been in the media for was your relationship and OnlyFans. Like where's the music?
Ruby, if you're listening to this, please let me send you beats. We can make bangers. I'm just saying. I got some heat.
Cause that's the type her. She has really like good potential. Like her voice is unique. She doesn't have an annoying female rap voice. She has like a really good rap voice. Like she has the talent. Like honestly, if she had like a good ghostwriter and like really good beats, she could really be like out of here. But her personal brand is messing her up.
I really think it's just the beats, to be honest with you.
Yeah, cause her beats are kind of annoying. No offense. Like the music that she does have, like, it's kind of like the beats.
I just wish she would reply to my DMs. She won't reply to me. Help me. I don't know what it is about her specifically.
She probably gets so many DMs.
It's not because of the way she looks, obviously. It's because like I feel like because there's a bunch of artists like that. Like one thing I do is I go and listen to random artists' music, and then I like screenshot whatever thing I could find on them, like their SoundCloud page, their Instagram page, whatever it is, and then go back to it for reference. Because there's something so much more like, and not that I'm like the god producer, but there's something about people where I'm like, oh, they just need this, and then it'll be out of here.
Yeah.
She's one of those to me. So that's why I'm always trying to send her music.
Such it feels like wasted potential with her.
Obviously, it's not too late. She's still working.
Yeah, she's young. I think she's our age.
Probably younger than us.
She's 24. So yeah, a year younger than us.
What was this topic? Oh yeah, the BBL versus teeth thing.
Yeah. We were just talking about how like the whole tricking thing doesn't. I don't think there's any good outcome of it. Honestly, like it all leads to the same thing. Like even if you try to flip it, I feel like that's always going to be your thing. Like that's always going to be what is rooted in that that's your association. Unless you trick on a rich guy who's not famous. Because I'm sure there's stories like that we don't know about. Because a lot of times it is like, that's a whole other world we're not privy to of these people, these BBL girls that are tricking on these older men with money that are not famous. And they're creating these luxury lifestyles for themselves and living their best lives. And, starting that business and doing whatever off of these rich men who are nameless.
The BBLs, they don't know that. And you could just see by the type of people they go for, because they
go for really skinny like model girls.
Like the BBLs that they haven't, and I'm calling them the BBLs because they're like their own like I don't even know their own race. They haven't discovered baseball players. I'm like,
that's the crazy part.
Why do you
baseball is where the money's at.
Why do you not go after the people that just signed a $575 million contract?
Football, basketball is not where the money's at. Baseball is.
If you're just talking about strictly money,
yeah,
it's not even close. I saw two players. It's I forget. God.
You know what though? The baseball players, I think they always go after certain type of woman though.
They do, the model types. Yeah. Victoria's Secret models. They don't
go after Instagram models, from what I see.
For the white guys, they do, but so much of the league is Latin.
It's Latin, yeah.
So they're not gonna go after those same type of people.
Yeah, but even sometimes they do. Even the Latin ones still go after like the petite Latin girls. Like they go after the model Latin girls.
Yeah, they don't want the BBLs. Baseball players they're like their own personality type.
Even if you look at like Jeff Bezos' new girl, like a lot of these people with money really aren't going for that. And I hate to say this stuff because the BBL body is actual genetics for people, but it's just the fact that people like you could tell when it's not natural. I'm sure they would still go after those type of girls in real life, the girls who genetically look that way, and like they like them for like personality. But the BBLs look nasty. Like people could tell.
Jeff Bezos is on steroids, by the way.
What do you mean?
There was like a shirtless pic of him.
There was a picture going around with him and his new girl.
Yeah, that was funny.
He had like the heart glasses.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I just saw the picture of him. I think he was on the beach, but like he looked like he'd been doing push-ups, and everybody was like, he's on steroids. And one of his reps had to come out and be like, no, it's natural. It's okay. And I was like, that was just funny to me.
Yeah.
But he really looked like Lex Luthor. Like he looked like an evil Superman. Yeah, he in his evil Superman bag. But yeah, my opinion, I think don't get BBL or teeth.
I mean, teeth are fine.
Just go to the gym and just brush your teeth and you'll be fine.
No, but sometimes there's some people who have really messed up teeth and there's nothing they can do about it. It's like genetics. I mean, if you get braces, you should be fine. Get braces and take care of your teeth. Yeah. I need to get my top. I feel like I need to get top braces. I told you I got braces again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were off. She got them. I was like, what the heck? I got confused at first. I was like, wait, you got braces again? But she got them. It's only for 6 months. That's crazy. Only need it for 6 months. But back on.
When I'm saying get your teeth done, I mean more so like veneers.
You know the sad part too? Some people have really decent looking teeth and they go get veneers just for them to be perfect. And it's like, you didn't need them. Now your teeth are nubs. Now your real teeth that look good are nubs.
I don't think people know that they look like dolphin nubs. Teeth underneath because they take a saw.
They have to. You can't just put on a tooth on top of a tooth.
They take a saw and shave away all your whole tooth. So if your veneer for whatever reason pops out, you look like a dolphin, like a baby dolphin. And
you have to maintain them. I don't think people realize it's not permanent. You have to maintain that.
Yeah. You see people that get permanent grills, and then when they take their permanent grills off, their teeth are green and brown and black.
I forgot who it was. Somebody had to go to the dentist because they said their real tooth got a cavity underneath the veneer. I mean, that's sick. That's not even worth it for me. I don't know what I would.
Just brush your teeth. If I was, use Listerine, guys.
Yeah, if I was famous and had the money, I would probably just get Invisalign or something. Even though I could do that now with the money I make, but Invisalign to fix my top row. And then just get my teeth whitened. Like, I like how Diarra's, I like her because she got money and she doesn't wild out, you know? She just got Invisalign. Her and Ken got their Invisalign. She whitens her teeth. She doesn't get her body done. So I hope she stays like that because it's a flex, in my opinion.
Also, side note, guys, we know that white teeth are aesthetically pleasing, but natural teeth pigment is actually not white. But just wanted to put that out there for
it's
people.
Like off-white.
Yeah.
You would tell me it looks too fake.
The porcelain whites, it look like a toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, let me write that down. BBL or teeth. I'm trying to keep track of our topics.
BBL or teeth. Yeah, no BBLs and no teeth.
The crazy part about
just love yourself.
The crazy part about the BBL thing, I really like the difference between girls that genetically are shaped like that and the ones that aren't is that your genetics are gonna keep rolling. So the girls that are naturally shaped like that, their bodies are gonna adjust with time. The girls that aren't naturally shaped like that end up looking crazy. They end up having to go get double surgeries. They end up getting taken out because like there's like a thing too where women are like our body keeps developing sometimes, especially when you have kids. Like since we graduated college, I think my hips got slightly wider. Like your body still changes as an adult. Like I was like flat chested all through middle school, high school, and you have 18-year-old girls getting like boob jobs. And when I was 18, I was flat chested. Now I'm like a D. I'm like how? But it's like your body still grows. You might have delayed puberty, you know? And it's crazy that these girls like are young as 18. Like, you know, Mahu, she got surgery done the second she's 18. And like, you're bugging. Like, our bodies aren't done growing. And like, you're going to end up like regretting it. And like, I know people should do them, but it's just like, you're really putting your life at risk for what? For how you want your body to look? It's very crazy. And you know what somebody said on TikTok? They're like, all these girls are getting their BBLs removed. I thought you was doing it for yourself. Because, you know, now that the trend's changing, you're just telling yourself you weren't doing it for yourself. Why are you taking it now that now there's a trend that people are removing their BBLs? So why are you removing yours?
Going back under the knife is crazy.
To reverse a surgery, like it's sick.
Just don't do it. Love yourself, guys.
It's so wild. I can never imagine doing that. Even if I had money, I cannot imagine doing that.
This is not like a body shape preference phobia thing. I don't know. People so sensitive all the time. But you can, if you have a slim figure and you're trying to get thicker, first of all, go to the gym. But second of all, just be yourself. Yeah. Like you don't need that to be successful because it's like the difference between somebody like I'm not so somebody like Tyra Banks, for example, who built her whole brand off of stuff like that, or like Naomi Campbell, or like any of those sort of models, especially Naomi Campbell, because she's not even like thin.
Yeah.
Like you can still build your brand just based off of how your face looks, or like just how you look, your aesthetic. Like there's so many different ways to still continue to get that success. Like you don't need that attention to the
And
point where you
like I
need to
said,
go pay. You're gonna take a flight to a foreign
yeah,
country
and
with
pay
doctors
tens
you
of
don't know.
thousands. Yeah.
People die all the time from doing that. They don't have the same business practices that they do in America. So those surgeries and stuff, who knows what sort of schools those
It's
people went to.
just so crazy.
It's just sad, honestly.
And a
It's not
lot of
even
it is
crazy. It's just
rooted
sad.
in laziness. Cause they say like, oh, like, I get that the gym can't build a certain look because like it's still muscle at the end of the day. Like
Just don't like that look.
yeah, but it's like, it's just like a lot of it is rooted in laziness because you're going underneath the knife to get that surgery, and people don't realize you have to maintain. That's why they end up getting second surgeries because they gain all that weight back in their stomach. Like stop being lazy and like go work out. Like even if it's not for how you look, it's for your health purposes. Like do your 30 minutes of cardio a day so you live longer. You worry about a big butt that like 20 years from now you're gonna be like, why did I do this? Because look, some of these people go too far. Like, some people do it subtly and it's like, okay, you might not regret that. But some people do it so like nasty. And like mental health is a thing too. A lot of these people are mentally ill, I think. Because there's no reason that you want your butt to be that big. And your hips to look like that.
I think if women didn't, I'm blaming women. I'm on the Blame Women podcast today. I think if women didn't gas up those things, that women would stop doing those things.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
I think
In
women,
rap, women like big butt and a smile. Like, Nikki, I love Nikki, but it's always big butt. And then Nikki like, oh, the skinny girls in the club, F them skinny. I'm like, whoa, what did I do? What did I do? I'm like, you used to be skinny too, like before you got these shots. Like, relax. And now no offense, but sometimes Nikki be looking crazy too. I'm like, ew.
I want Nikki to rap on one of my beats, so I do not condone the statements that are being
They're not
made
gonna
on this
watch it
podcast.
anyways. If
Okay,
you
you say that, then see what happened with one of our first episodes.
Okay, you're right.
Cop that follow real quick.
Sure.
That video only has 50 views.
Well, no, that was a personal video.
I know, but still.
Oh, it's.
I'm just saying how quickly something could get to
And
somebody.
lots of times celebrities do be looking up their names like weirdos. Sorry.
Yeah, you saw JT watch my video.
Yeah. Sometimes
One
celebrities.
of the first things she did when she got out of jail.
Yeah, which is crazy because you was on it. You should send her a beat back then. You buggy.
Yeah, I should have.
I know, right? Like she was just out of jail.
I didn't have JT type
wasn't
beats.
as popular.
I didn't have JT type beats back then.
That
I'm
was
on it.
easy access because she literally was like interacting on Twitter and stuff. Like that was easy.
I'm on it nowadays, guys. But
Yeah.
that's all I had.